Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, June 29th. My name is Alan. I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. The purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality by following the AA program of recovery, and I try to do that by being honest, vulnerable, and accountable, which is why I make the videos. I'm no expert in AA or spirituality or recovery. I'm just trying to live life on life's terms. The recipe we follow here is to read the daily reading out of the AA Daily Reflection book. There is a link in the description if you would like to follow along, and I'll just share my take on something we read as well as some other topic. All right. So for today, for Thursday, the topic is going to be a rippling effect and kind of goals, like eating an elephant per se. Trying to do something that's really hard. Okay. All right. So June 29th, a rippling effect. Having learned to live so happily, we'd show everybody else how. Yes, we of AA did dream those dreams. How natural that was, since most alcoholics are bankrupt idealists. So why shouldn't we share our way of life with everyone? 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 156. The great discovery of sobriety led me to feel the need to spread the good news to the world around me. The grandiose thoughts of my drinking days returned. Later, I learned that concentrating on my own recovery was a full-time process. As I became a sober citizen in this world, I observed a rippling effect which, without any conscious effort on my part, reached any related facility or outside enterprise without diverting me from my primary purpose of staying sober and helping other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. All right. This one kind of had to read a few times just to make sure I got that gist of it. So I think the idea was kind of saying we get so excited about being sober. We want to share this with everybody. I think part of the idea is to we don't get too excited, stay focused on our recovery, and over time, if we work the steps, be of service, help others, then the word will spread. So kind of talked about, there's such incredible joy in sharing this program and what life can look like if we simply just do what's suggested. I really believe the AA program and the literature in this program is the best ever written. And so I tell people all the time about the program, anyone can utilize the steps, and I love the literature. Then it kind of talked about the great discovery led me to feel the need to spread the good news. Those grandiose thoughts of drinking days returned. Oh my God, this is great. Then later on, I learned that concentrating on my own recovery was a full-time process. So that's where I need to put my energy. So hold your horses, right? As helpful as it can be to tell others, it's more important that we show them by our actions, by our work of the program, okay? As I became a sober citizen in this world, I observed a rippling effect. In other words, we must stay sober first, and if we stay sober, then the opportunity to help others will present themselves. So it's okay to share, but we got to keep our house in order first. All right. Then there's a little topic about goals, or how do you? I don't know if you've ever heard this thing. How do you eat an elephant? The idea is one bite at a time. So if you've ever encountered something that's extremely challenging, like I can look at sobriety as being this huge, daunting thing sometimes. Take it one step, one bite, one action at a time. So this comes from some old guy, Desmond Tutu, that there's only one way to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. What this means is that everything in life that seems daunting, overwhelming, and even impossible can be accomplished by gradually taking one little step at a time. Okay? If we get too far ahead of ourselves, try to stay sober next year, we're going to be in trouble. So it's important that we have a good perspective on things instead of it really shrinks things down to a manageable size. If you're one to accomplish something, getting started can be a bit of a challenge. So instead of trying to get to step 4, just what's the first thing? Really simplify it. Even if it's just take out a pen and paper and write an idea, whatever that is. Perhaps you sit down and think about everything you have to do and get completely intimidated, overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. So that's just one little step. So the encouragement is just take one small step at a time. And if you do that, then things become a lot more manageable. And if we just keep it incremental progress, then before long we look back and go, wow, look at all this progress I made. So the encouragement here is, instead of just getting so excited about sharing this with everybody else, just focus on our sobriety. One task, one day, 1 hour, 1 minute, one task at a time, and we can all eat that elephant and accomplish these goals that we want to accomplish for ourselves. So anyway, that's kind of all I had for today. And if so hope you got something out of that. I hope you're hungry when you know. And I just want to encourage you to just, if you're overwhelmed by, is there something that you have to deal with? How can you simplify it into one simple task at that moment, and then just go from there? All right. So yeah, week is wrapping up, and I'll be back tomorrow for another video. So until then, peace out.